First of all, thank you for the invitation. It's a great honor for me being again to the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, a great friend of Greece, and a really important country. And I'm very happy for the progress the Kingdom is doing, the Vision 2030. All these are very important, not only for the region, but for the whole world. Having said that, labor contract, if they have finished their purpose or in what phase they are, I have to be very honest. First of all, in Greece, we have an issue. Almost 12% of our labor force is in tourist sector. Tourist sector, by definition, doesn't have a permanent job. There are contracts of 8 months, 7 months. Very few of them have, only in Athens or in Thessaloniki, they have 12 months contract. So by definition, we knew that a lot of people would prefer to work not a permanent basis, and our legislation, our mentality was around this reality. But after COVID, and after all this new technology, and now waiting the AI revolution, which the event in the beginning of the conference was really amazing and very successful, and I want to congratulate the organizers for that. I already tweeted in Greece to make it famous to my country. Gives us the opportunity as a country, and I think some countries that are represented here in the panel, they can do the same, to attract much more digital nomads, people that could work from far distance to their companies. We're working very hardly on that direction. We're fixing our infrastructures in fixing and providing very fast and strong internet throughout the country. We will be there after 1 or 2 years the most. We have implemented special tax incentives for these reasons. Already, a lot of people start coming to Greece to work from Greece, mostly to Northern Europe or to Northern America. And all these are not permanent jobs, are more flexible jobs. And to be honest, I think the governments, and especially our government, and to speak for myself, myself as a Minister of Labour of Greece, we try to moderate our legislation to a more flexible way. I have already passed a law in the 29th of September with a lot of choices for the employees, on the employees, to find their way in the new world that is now coming and coming very fast. First of all, I would like to comment that every Minister of Labour of the planet would like to be the Minister of Labour of Switzerland. And I wish prosperity and stability for Switzerland forever. Unfortunately, the case is not the same to the most of the countries. I come from a country that we recently exited from a 10-year very severe economic crisis. During the crisis, the permanent jobs decreased below 50%. Now, we are in 53%. We are going better, but we're still very low when we should go. And I want to comment that because we would prefer permanent jobs. The reason we legislate more flexible legislation is not that we prefer flexible jobs, is but that we want to adapt our labor market to the needs. If someone has to choose between a permanent job and a non-permanent job is always better because it gives you a stability in your life. And we as a government, we try to encourage that, but we have to adapt ourselves to what the situation is. To your question, we are now designing and implementing in Greece maybe the biggest program of reskilling and upskilling our labor force in our recent history. We have the great blessing to be a member of European Union, and European Union has given us enormous funding for the scale of our economy through our RRF program and through the partnership agreement for the next 5 to 6 years to re-educate our labor force. It's not just a matter of the education per se. it's an education through lifetime, because things are changing very fast. And the real needs of the market is not the same. They're changing. What I have done as a minister, I have established a public social dialogue between all the social partners. And as social partners, I mean the employees, the industry, the tourist sector, the union of the workers. Everybody's on the table. First of all, we monitorized our labor market and we found out what are the specialities that we really need in our labor market in order to avoid just to import labor force from abroad. And we designed with the private sector reskilling programs, some of them are already working as we speak, in order to produce this kind of labor force. And in the digital skills, which is maybe the most demanding era of lack of skilled employees, we are now having two different programs, one for basic digital skills that will be needed for someone to work in a company to use the basic digital skills that a real job has today. And a second program, much more advanced, in partnership with the private sector, but not local, international, with companies such as Amazon Web Service, Google, Intel, Microsoft, IBM, that they will start reskilling and upskilling the particular labor force that we have that come from the STEAM science, that they know all STEAM knowledge, but they haven't been specialized in digital skills. This program is a very high-end digital skill program, and we think that it will cover our lack in high-end digital skills in our labor force for the next 2 or 3 years.